So, lads, Angel Reese did not play again last night. And Angel Reese, if you guys don't know, was meant to have played. And let's listen to Tyler Marsh before the game.
See, the hope was for her to play last game, and she reported that the back pain, and so I think coming into today, she went through shoot around again today, and it was fine. So we're hoping to get her on the floor today, but the approach today was everyone was business as usual, ready to go.
So she was meant to be playing. Look, I think there is very much reason to believe, and if you guys have been watching this channel for a while, you know that I'm always careful. I'm always really careful when saying something that can be accusatory of accusing someone of doing something. But it looks like, I'm not going to, again, I think saying faking an injury is very accusatory, but to say that Angel Reese couldn't play through this and she's basically on strike, that's what it looks like. It looks like she's on strike. It looks like she just won't play. Make no mistake about it, whatever team she's going to is going to improve tremendously. Anissa Morrow, Alyssa Thomas, and Angel are the best rebounders in the league. Anissa Morrow is not a top 3 rebounder in the league. It's Angel Reese, then probably Aja Wilson. But it just depends. I do think any team she goes to will improve tremendously. Because I think she's a good player. And I think the reality is that is she worth the number 1 pick or the number 2 pick in the draft next year? As a player, yes. As a pure basketball player, she is. Is AZ Foods peak better than Angel Reese right now? I don't know. I think Olivia Miles, for me, is the one player that I'm like, okay, yeah, if you're dead set on Olivia Miles, you don't make that trade for Angel. But Lauren Betts, at her best, is not going to be as good as Angel Reese is today. Lauren Betts, at her best, is not going to be as good as Angel today. So, for me, anyway, it's 2 years in a row she sits out in the WNBA. I mean, she literally got surgery on her wrist last year. I don't see her getting back surgery this year. But I don't think there's a point in saying that she faked a wrist injury, because you could see her throughout the game, she's holding her wrist. She was holding her wrist. It was a game they won by 30. And the Sky were already mathematically out of the playoffs at that stage, I'm pretty sure. Maybe they weren't, actually. Either way, they were pretty much guaranteed to not be in the playoffs. But realistically, this is the one thing I just don't get. It's as she should. They suspended for half a game. She spoke and wanted the team to get better. No. She got suspended half the game. She didn't get suspended half the game for speaking out. She got suspended half the game for implying her teammates stunk and throwing the veteran leader of the team under the bus. And whatever you want to say, being this wasn't, it was taken out of context. The players were offended by it. Suspending her half a game was bullshit. Suspend her for a full game. Suspend her for a full game, honestly. The team were clearly offended by it, so suspend her for a full game. It's not that hard to do. And now you're looking at a situation where it's my back hurts. Every time she's supposed to be playing basketball, it's my back hurts, my back hurts, my back hurts. We're not going to be out here looking at Angel Reese playing basketball anytime soon. Anytime soon. This is probably the last time we see Angel Reese play basketball till January. I don't think she gets traded until we see the draft lottery. Because, I still think the Dallas Wings are going to get her. And it just depends on what Dallas get. I think if the Dallas Wings get the 1 pick, you make the trade. Because, if you don't make that trade, you're getting a worse player than Angel Reese at the 1 pick. And you're going to be strong-armed into taking AZ Food with the 1 pick, who's not worth the number 1 overall pick. AZ Food's fine. AZ Food is fine. I'm not saying AZ Food's a bad player, but she's fine. That's the best way I can describe AZ Food, is she is a fine basketball player. At the WNBA level, below average defender, below average shot creator, way above average shooter, above average off-ball movement, and severely injury prone. They're going to be, essentially their hand is going to be forced to take AZ Food at number 1 if you don't make this trade. If they're 2 or 3, then you're going to probably have to add Louisa Geisel-Suter into that, even though if I was Dallas, that's the one untouchable player not named Paige Bueckers on their team is Louisa Geiselsuiter. I'd get rid of Maddie Seegers before I get rid of Louisa, because I do think Angel Reese beside Louisa could be a perfect 4-5 combo, because it gives Angel spacing. But at the end of the day, she's just refused. She's on strike. There's no other way to put it. Like, Angel Reese is on strike. She just won't play. This is Jimmy Butler Mayer. This is Ben Simmons with the Sixers. She's on strike. I don't know if she plays the last home game. I doubt it. But like, she's going through shoot around. Her coach is like, yeah, she's expected to play. And then it's, oh, I'm out. And then she went through shoot around in the first game. She was suspended. She went through shoot around and she was sat there for the first half. Didn't even like tie up her hair. And then at halftime, no, my back hurts. My back hurts. So look, I don't care if you like Angel Reese. The way she's going about this is wrong. It's wrong. And I think it's a difficult one to give up too much of assets for Angel Reese. I think it's a risk. No, it's a difficult one. It's a risk. Because what happens if you're not that good next year? If you are the Dallas Wings, let's say it doesn't work out. Let's say if you traded your lottery pick for Angel and it doesn't work out next year. Is she going to do the same thing again? Is she going to do the same thing again if there's not enough people put around her? I don't think the Minnesota Lynx are going to risk dealing with that, especially if they win the chip this year. If they don't, I think it's worth the risk. If they win it this year, I don't think they take the risk on Angel. So that leaves the Wings who are as poverty as the Chicago Sky, if not more poverty than the Sky. I think they're a more poverty franchise than the Sky. And the Connecticut Sun for her. So it is one of those tough things that she's essentially just torpedoed her reputation because she's picked an enemy, it seems, in Courtney Vandersloot. And a lot of people are like, oh no, Sloot's old. Like, you got to know when to give up. But it's like, at the same time with Sloot, she's won 2 of the last 4 championships. Like, Sloot has been the starting point guard on 2 of the last 4 championship teams. Chelsea Gray has been the other 2. Sloot has been 2. So, I mean, it's probably not the right player. It's like if Wembanyama came in and had this huge issue with Chris Paul. Like, even though Sloot's resume is probably better than Chris Paul, for the equivalent league, it's probably as good as Chris Paul, if not better than Chris Paul. Sloot's a top 7 point guard ever. Probably not the player to pick a fight with, because the rest of the team are going to side with Sloot. She's the legend. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. It's a storm here in Montenegro, so hopefully, my internet keeps working throughout the night, and I'll be getting up a couple more videos. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.